What's going on, everybody? All right, we are on to The Scientist. Again, I know this song. I've performed this song. So, it's been a long time, but I have. Song is credited to the band members on the second album. It is built around a piano ballad with lyrics telling the story about a man's desire to love and an apology. Critics were highly positive towards The Scientist, praised the song's piano riff and Chris Martin's falsetto. Wrote The Scientist after listening to George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. Revealed that while working on the band's second album, he knew that the album was missing something. One night during a stay in Liverpool, Martin found an old piano that was out of tune. He wanted to work on Harrison's song, Isn't It a Pity? But he could not manage to do so. When the song came to Martin, he asked that the recorder be turned on. He concluded by saying that he came across this chord sequence and noted that the chord was lovely. Martin recorded the vocals and piano takes in a studio in Liverpool. When asked about the development of the song during a track-by-track reveal, Martin said, "That's just about girls. It's weird that whatever else is on your mind, whether it's the downfall of global economics or terrible environmental troubles, the thing that always gets you most is when you fancy somebody." Musicians talking about shit like this, it's like, yeah, you're a musician. Sorry, that doesn't mean that you don't have an opinion, but I mean, come on, people literally like do this for a living and study it, and like that's what they do. Where you're sitting there fiddling with, 88 keys. Anyways. All that kind of stuff is interesting. Because, if you have a song written by somebody and, you like their politics, you're like, oh, yeah. But if it's the opposite, then you're like, get out of politics, stick to music or whatever, and it's just like, it's a tough thing. It's that stuff is never going to go away. But how I think of it is just like, I've been in music for so long and just done it and been around musicians like 95% of the time my whole life that it's like musicians are so dumb. Far and wide. All right. There are brilliant musicians, like brilliant people. But it's kind of like, they're brilliant in what they do or maybe, and that maybe also affects how they see other things in life. But then when it comes to other things or lots of other stuff, it's just like they're so like brain dead or ridiculous or stupid, and you can say that probably about a lot of things in all kinds of fields. It's like, okay, doctors, really good at these things that they focused on. And in general, they are smart because it takes a certain type of brain to be able to do these things. No different than in music. It takes a certain type of person or brain to, right? And that can give you interesting perspectives on lots of different things. But when it comes time to solve the world's problems, maybe you should sit this one out. All right, we're all in this together. Okay. State that The Scientist is Dan, reference to Dan Keeling. Okay. Melancholic piano-driven ballad written in the key of F. Lyrics to the song allude to a man's powerlessness in the face of love. It begins with the main 4-chord piano melody created by Chris Martin, then joined by the first verses, accompanied by the rest of the band after the first chorus, right? Created by a string arrangement. They have all, right? These string arrangements, right? Helping create the atmosphere and the floatiness. Harmony, acoustic guitar, rhythm being slow tempo, drums, bass, guitar riffs. Okay, let's just get to it. The Scientist. Bam. Another music video. Oh, yes. That's right. It's been a long time since I heard this. Again, melody. It's very nice. Running circles, coming in tails, heads on a science apart. Nobody said it was easy. Right, that bit of yellow coming back with the falsetto.
us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start.
Let's backwards video. Take me back to the start. That reminds me of another song.
I was just guessing at numbers and figures, pulling your puzzles apart.
Right. Creates this sustain there.
Questions of science, science and progress did not speak as loud as my heart. Tell me you love me, come back and hold me. Oh, when I rush to the start, running in circles, chasing tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it
Yeah,
was
Melancholy.
easy.
That's yeah.
No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start.
I'm like, is it a Beatles song that it reminds me of? Maybe. I don't know. What is going on here? I've never seen this. Oh, geez. What the heck? Terrible. Oh. Dang. Music video. Dang. Terrible. Yo. Wow. Music video puts a whole other thing to it that you're just like, jeez, whole other twist. This is why I shouldn't watch the music videos. This song is very nice. Melancholy, yeah, for sure. And this video just, oh god, just even adds to all that. Nice vocal parts. Again, nice melody. It is kind of a basic song, but it has a nice melody. Like they did it well, right? Widespread critical acclaim, fantastic piano ballad of the scientists, cataclysmic falsetto finale that could raise every hair on the back of your neck. This is where like that, like, oh yeah, these guys, oh, that's that band that did Yellow, because that's that voice, right? That falsetto, right? Yeah. Piano that chimes through the scientists capture perfectly warm depression of each individual key caught rather than a shrill ringing, as is so often the case. Yeah, that helps with that whole like kind of like heavy, like melancholy type of feel, really. Scientists' song inexorably linked with the endless night sky and the secret hopes and regrets of 100,000 strangers. Okay. Yeah, that the sustain that's there with the changes. It is a nice song. It is. It's a nice song. It's a nice ballad. I'm still trying to think about what that section, what that take me back to the song, right? That like the pause, right? And then back in. There's some song I know I'm not gonna find it right now, but there's some song that it reminds me of. I'm like, what is that from? It's from something. Anyways, it's a nice song. It's a nice song. So far, this is a nice album. There's nothing incredibly like Politic and God Put a Smile on My Upon Your Face had like some aggression to it. I mean, even In My Place with that drum beat, this was definitely, ballad land for sure. But still, throughout all of it, that like floaty, they said shimmering, right? Shimmery type of what was the other thing? Sparkle and shine, or what did it say? Sparkle and twinkle and sparkle, right? Like they have that to them. That's part of their sounds, part of their style, I guess. All these string arrangements, all the right, the synth stuff, the pads help with all that. So it's cool. All right, up next is Clocks, and we'll see if I know this one, if I've heard it before, because apparently it was a single and popular. I don't know. We'll figure that out coming up next. I'll catch you then later.